Hi there, my name is Felix Beck and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share and subscribe and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And it's another day and another rumour. This time the polar opposite Doctor Who rumour that we got yesterday. Yesterday the rumour was that Jodie Whittaker should not have signed on for another 3 seasons. 3 seasons of Doctor Who. 3 seasons, that could be, look, in best case scenario, a season takes them 18 months. So it's like, it'll be like 5 years. Another 5 years. That sounds, oh my gosh, that sounds like a long time of things. I know, like truly awful Doctor Who. Now, before I go forward, I don't like this era of Doctor Who. I'm very, very clear about that. But if you do, if you're one of the people who really enjoy it, or if you enjoy it mildly, God bless you. I'm really happy for you. I am really, really genuinely happy. By one day I spent interacting with people on Twitter, which was a terrible idea. The overwhelming consensus was from the people who really, I wouldn't say like the era, but champion it very strongly. The overwhelming consensus was people like me who don't like the era, don't like them. Don't like them because they don't like it. No, that's not the case at all. I'm genuinely happy. In fact, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody who actually I think genuinely does like the era. I think he's the first person I've met who likes it innocently without he just likes it because he likes it. Good for him. So go and check out this channel, Dr. Dalek Productions. Dr. Dalek Productions. I think he's a younger chap. He makes his own little Doctor Who episodes, like 6-minute episodes using action figures. And you have to tell you, I just love that Doctor Who sparks the creativity, especially from young people, because that for me means Doctor Who will last forever, because there's always even if it gets so terrible this era, then so unpopular that they just can't justify making it anymore, and it goes off our screen for years, like 5 years, 10 years. I lived through the last Wilderness years, which actually wasn't that bad. I have to tell you, wasn't that bad. We had the New Adventures, and then eventually we had Big Finish, but the New Adventures were great through the 90s. That whole era is pretty much forgotten. But but how Batman it gets, there are young minds who creativity is sparked and will one day grow up and move into television. If television is still an industry by that time, who knows, or dares to dream. But so go and check out his channel, Dr. Dalek Productions. I think he genuinely and innocently loves this era. I think he loves Doctor Who, and I think he just loves this era. Good for him. Good for you. I'm really happy to see him. Fine. So before we get into the story, that this rumor being the complete opposite of the rumor we heard yesterday, can I ask you guys, can you hit that subscribe button? That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you very much. I am very, very grateful to each and every one of you that subscribes, and that that is just remains being true. I really genuinely am. Thank you very much. And if you subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube is doing a bit of a purge, I understand. And so if you think just make sure you're still subscribed, that'd be great. If you subscribe, of course, you can enter my weekly competition. The prize this week, I always say the prize is good this week because here's where the prizes come from. It's my stuff. Okay, if it's DVDs, it's because I got Blu-rays that have that I've now, so I can retire the DVD. I don't need the DVDs. I had them, hiding in backs of or cupboards and stuff. I'm like, well, why don't I just give them to you guys? That will work out better. But this week is so it's always my stuff, and I like my stuff. Okay, this week is another one of my stuff. This is Judgde Dredd. This is from the Mega Collection, Judgde Dredd America. Absolutely freaking awesome graphic novel. So this was part of this series called the Mega Collection, but it was a misprint that they sent me. So I'm like, okay, I just keep. I tried to return it, and they said, no, just keep it. We don't care. It's a fantastic Judgde Dredd story. It's got I think got the best of Judgde Dredd. It's got really great action. It's got that sci-fi stuff, but it's got real meaty questions about fascism and democracy and freedom, and just a nice cynical sense of humor. I really recommend this one. I think I'll probably do a review of the story, the graphic novel, because it's got a few stories in it. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, and in the comments leave the hashtag Democracy Now. Democracy Now. We're going to do the giveaway on the 9th when we are watching, not the Eden's Land, the Impossible Planet, Season 2 Doctor Who story on the TARDIS Zone, and then we'll pick out a new prize. So if you enter, good luck. It's, again, great prize. I'm actually hoping to ship out all my outstanding prizes this week, which is just a ridiculous amount. I've just been having all these renovations done at my house, which it's nearly over. We've nearly finished unpacking. In fact, I was later to my office today because I just said, you know what? I just got to unpack this last case. It was making me crazy. Okay, so the rumor of yesterday is Doctor Who, the Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker era is continuing for like ad infinitum, like at least for another 3 to 5 years. Look, my thought on that rumor was it's probably partially due. What I think they're going to do, at least what I thought they're going to do before I saw this rumor was season 13 will be split into 2. It's going to take them a long time to start filming it. Although they started filming other stuff, so I really don't know. But season 13 will be split into 2, and they'll call it season 13 and 14, and that's why Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall needed to sign an extension. If it's not going to air till 2023, they probably needed some contractual extension to be able to do that. But that was what I thought was the most likely case scenario. So then another rumor, which is equal. Which is the funny thing is, this rumor has equal evidence behind it, but the people who liked yesterday's rumor hate this one, and they give it all kinds of. That's what really what we're going to look at. We give it all kinds of criticisms that they apply to the first one. So yeah, this is by Philip Morris. Philip Morris, who recovered what was it? Yeti Story, not the Abominable Snowman. Yeti in the Underground. Web of Fear. Oh. Man, I tell you, I'm nearly 50. And those things that used to just pop right into your brain, not so much anymore. So you just go Web of Fear and the other one with Trouser playing the dual role, Salamander. I'm not even going to look around and look at my shelf to see it. I'm not going to do that. See, I'm just going to leave it in the background, and I hopefully I'll remember before the video. So yeah, he's the archivist. So he must have some kind of relationship with the BBC, and certainly has, because he's returned stuff to the archives. And I think they're probably like-minded people within the BBC. So he tweeted out at 12:22 in the morning this morning, confirmed Doctor Who Jodie Whittaker has already filmed her regeneration scenes for a showdown finale with her arch enemies, the Daleks, to be shown at Christmas. So there's a few different rumors there. Firstly, it's saying the seasonal story will be shown at Christmas, not at New Year's. So I can see the BBC being in two minds about this. Firstly, I think it's the only Christmas content they have filmed and ready to go, right? I really think it is. But Chris Chibnall really doesn't like it on Christmas. And also, listen, the problem with Doctor Who, with this era of Doctor Who, is the more exposed that you make it, the worse it does. Let me pull up the rating chart, okay, over here. Jessica, I showed this Jessica. I finally finished it yesterday. So you see Jodie is in the purple, and Capaldi's season 10 is in the blue. You see Jodie's is far inferior. Yeah, the reason it took me so long to finish this chart is because I was working on estimations, and it turned out the actual viewing figures were far lower than the estimation. So it's got a 5.25 consolidated. Now, consolidated 7-day rating, which is very bad. It's very bad. It's 400,000 down from the previous low figure. It's the lowest. It's the lowest in the since Survival, since '89. Although what did Survival? I think Survival may have got more. Battlefield was in the 3s. I think Survival may have got more than Dynasty. I really don't remember. Okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'll say I'm wrong. So the BBC knows the data, right? They know the data, and you see that little spike in the middle. You know what that little spike in the middle, the purple line. You know what the spike in the middle is from? Captain Jack. That was the Prisoner of the Judgde, which people who like this era say it's their favourite one. Which I'm like, okay, each to your own, mate, I guess. So they would say that Doctor Who. Being so there's got to be fact in the BBC that says the more we show this Doctor Who, the more people see it, the worse it is. So they're putting on a very exposed slot on Christmas Day. I don't know. New Year's Day sounds safer to me for them, but I honestly could go either way. But he's saying it's going to be shown at Christmas. So I think that's one of the dodgiest parts of the rumor, right? that she's already filmed her regeneration scene. Well, that's been flying around for a while. So my guess is this: if this rumor is true, and I think it is, I don't think Chibnall's going. I think Whittaker is gone. Right, and I think almost certainly she will be replaced by Jo Martin. Which, another interesting fun fact: she just finished her role on Holby City, and I don't think there's been anything. She's had any work that's booked in. So it could have like segged in that she had like a little bit of vacation, maybe do theatre or something, do something else for a month or so before she goes start filming Doctor Who. So I see that as being reasonably likely because again the data is. This isn't working. Again, let's look at this again. The data is it's just not working. I mean, it was Capaldi's season was considered intolerably low. Now, let me remind you, however, Capaldi's season was shown in summer, where audiences are far lower. It didn't have a fixed slot in the schedule. It moved around each week, and the catch-up numbers, which I think are much more significant right now in the BBC, were so much higher. The catch-up numbers for Jodie is like 500,000 low. It started at 1 million, it was down to 500. Capaldi, it's between like 1.5 to 2 million because people they're like if they missed it because it floats in the schedule, then people wanted to see it. I don't think that's the case. I think people see it mostly out of obligation. And this is what I mean by that. I used to be before superhero movies, and it's only really stopped in the last few years me doing this. I used to feel like an obligation to own every superhero, especially good superhero movies. It used to be, so I gotta buy it, I gotta get the DVD, because I felt my collection would be lacking without it. So I think people have a similar kind of obligation to watch Doctor Who, because it meets their ideological outlook. They feel it's like teaching young girls they can be stunning and brave women and such. So the interesting thing, though, is, all the sociological data we have is that the more freedom of opportunity people have in society, the less girls go into STEM subjects. The theory was that STEM subjects like science, technology, and electronics, and Monopoly. Okay, that's STEM subject. Science, technology. I forgot what the E was. What did I say? Science, technology, electronics, and Monopoly. Okay, that's what people STEM is. If it's not, I think that's what we're going to call it now, right? But we see that when people are they're not given any like sociological conditioning, or when they have the least sociological conditioning that boys do this and girls do that, girls don't do STEM subjects. So I think it's people who think girls really should be doing STEM subjects will watch it. So I think that's where a lot of their viewers come from. Although, Dr. Dalek Productions, genuine fan, God bless you, genuine young fan. I'm telling you, it really, and I hate this era. I just hate it. I loathe it with every fibre being. It made my heart swell with pleasure. So you go, young fan. I was like, yeah, okay, great. That's what I want to see. That's like, I think one of my greatest pleasures I had in life was my kids were just the right age when Doctor Who came back, and we watched it all together. Like, I had varying age kids, but we watched it all together. By the time Capaldi finished, my oldest daughter would watch a couple episodes with me occasionally. She watched Empress, but basically they were all out by Capaldi. Although I tell you, having Matt Smith and David Tennant was a big pull for my daughters. Listen, having a dishy bloke, I think is something that women like in Doctor Who more than feeling stunning and brave. So anyway, so this is the rumor. So the rumor has exactly the same weight as the rumor yesterday that they signed an extension. Is it true? So I think a few things could be going on. Either Philip Morris may be completely on the level. This is an insider that he got, and he gave him this information. Listen, if it's on the level, I would be really, really happy, because I think one of the massive failings of this era, other than the writing, I think even more than one of the writing, is Jodie Whittaker's performance. I think she just fundamentally doesn't understand the character and seems to have nothing but disdain for the character, right? And the audience. So I think so taking her out, I think, can make it a bit better. Will it make it watchable? I don't know. Listen, I think Jo Martin was better, and I think in the current political climate, that if that wasn't the plan to replace Jodie with Jo Martin, like a black woman, You know, that's like, whoa, that's a twofer. You know, that's hitting all the bases for them. If that wasn't the plan initially, that's probably the plan now, because, you know, look, the BBC live on Twitter. The BBC, people who make the BBC, live on Twitter. They think Twitter is real. I think there's like 12% of the UK is on Twitter, and that's why they always like are so shocked when like you get objective metrics that say they absolutely disagree with you in every way, shape, and form. They're like, "Oh my gosh, that election went completely not how we thought it would." Yes. So let's just look at a bit of the fallout from this tweet. Problem being, I gotta list those Blake Seven, and so we can do that next stream together. Don't raise my hopes like this. I understand. Guy says, "I'll believe it when I heard the reviews about how crap her acting was and how awful the script was. There are only 12. Hashtag there are only 12. Jeez, that's pretty. John the White saying not. So this person says Jodie Whittaker is coming back for a record title of the longest serving Doctor film. That's the other rumor. That is certainly the other rumor. Let's see who this. Let's look at this guy's Twitter profile. Let's see if he has it. Oh yeah, him, her. Wow, what a shock! What a shock! Have you ever been limited by who you were? We are all limited by who we are. He, him. Oh my god. Sorry to disappoint. My source confirms Christmas special, then a reprise of 13. So yeah, that's the other thing. We have been told that she's booked in for the thing. She said, "I'm doing the 13th season." I thought at the time, because yeah, again, I'm cursed with logic and reason. You know, I'm shackled to logic and reason. I thought, well, they saw how bad it's doing. I mean, yeah, I think they're going to want to make a change, aren't they? I mean, obviously, it seems again. Let's show the ratings again. Fallen off a cliff. I mean, again, the rate of decline increased when people saw The Timeless Children, which is, I think, the poster child of the current era. So you know, I think they probably would want to make a change. But then again, they're the BBC and they're morons. They're staffed by morons who think the British viewing public are wrong for not watching the dross they put out, and they can't understand why they're not watching the dross. They say, must be something to do with Netflix. Can't be anything to do with us making utter crap. I almost said another word. Can I say that on I can say anything, but am I going to get demonetized? I'm going to say crap. Daniel Leach talked about it, but I want to find like the people who are upset by them. So we got this guy. So this guy says, "It's hilarious. People are willing to sit that Jodie's returning with Chibnall for another 2 seasons, no questions asked. Even though we already know that two companions are leaving. However, when somebody else ties the beeb, reports she's leaving, utter refusal." Yeah, that's one of two. What's that? Let's see what else he had to say. What's 2 of 2? David Turner. I think the first was false news wire, whether Phil was right remains to be seen. But while Chibnall was showrunner, the show is not good. It's not good. So then, yeah, we get people who love this show again, who are fine with the unsubstantiated rumor yesterday. Philip, you're an intelligent man. Why do you write such rubbish? I said. So he has a very good comeback. He says, "Thank you, but I don't write rubbish. I leave that to Chris Chibnall." So yeah. Phil is again. Is he putting out information to counter the rumor of yesterday? Could be. The timing would seem like that. Now, Philip, he's really pushing for this guy, Anthony Horowitz, to be the next showrunner. Anthony Horowitz, I've never read a book. He's like a young reader author. Was it YA? But he came from like before they got taken over by social media. So he did like the Jack Ryder books and Alex Ryder, not Jack Ryder. So this is a guy that Philip was really pushing to be the next showrunner. That you know what, I would look. My choice has always been was it the guy who did was it Being Human? Done a bunch of scripts, and they're all basically good scripts as well. He was a guy who played the German soldier in Twice Upon a Time, which I loved. I love that story. But he's really pushing. So somebody else says, "Philip, so she's regenerating at the special. I thought she was going to be in Series 13. Is this something new, or maybe I'm out the loop?" So let's just read this little discourse over here. "She will probably be in the reprise of season 13 as with all the other doctors. So yeah, so at that point she hasn't lied. At that point she said, "Look, I said I'll be in season 13. I'm in season 13." So she didn't. She said she's going to be in the entirety of it. So then we got this other guy. Let's see, is he a him, her? No, okay. The writers and producers. So you've read the scripts, have you? Or best mates with the writers and producers. Who signed NDAs? Okay, Captain Looney. Again, yeah. Here's the thing. To have credibility, you need to treat people equally, regardless of if you agree with them or disagree with them. You need to have a level playing field. Like, it always amazes me. The people who love this era were also big supporters of a politician called Jeremy Corbyn, who was an out and out racist. I mean, out and out anti-Semite. Like, just hated that. Like definably, there's anti-Semitism that has a detailed definition, because there's a need for people to be able to like express themselves legitimately, and there's a need for people to be able to define what it is. So they were real devotees of this guy, out and out anti-Semite. And then the one of the reasons they say they hate the current president is because he's a racist. So I would say, listen, I mean, honestly, if you judge both of them using the same yardstick, you judge both of them using the same yardstick. The president may be a racist. I've never met him. He may well indeed be a racist, but if he is using the same level to judge, the same playing field, you judge the person that they love, Jeremy Corbyn. He's a super racist. So okay, here's the thing: to have credibility, you got to judge everybody equally. So judging this rumor equally, I'll say maybe. Pretty much I said yesterday, maybe. Would I like it to be true? Yes, I would definitely like it to be true. Would I like it even more if they're leaving and also Chibnall's leaving? Yes. And there's be a complete revamp? Yes, I would like that completely. I would absolutely like that. Right now, my guess is this. This is just my uninformed speculation. I think that this might well be true. Let's go on the case scenario. This is true. But then again, we're going to be getting a Jodie Martin season. They're probably going to split that out over 2 years. And maybe we might get a couple of like animated specials, because I don't see them being able to get anything on screen in 2021. I mean, unless the restrictions die down, unless all the restrictions die down, which I don't see it happening, So I tell you, okay, just closing a bit of an aside on closing. The Jewish New Year's coming up in about a month and a half. About a month and a half, right? And that's a really big time. That's a really big deal. If you ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, they talk. I think one of the early episodes. Larry David, the guy who wrote Seinfeld. He said it's a big deal about getting the seats. You get your seats for the high holidays, right? Getting the seats. And the synagogues, I think, quite foolishly, they do. You pay your membership so you get your seats for the high holidays. So Rosh Hashanah, there's New Year's. It takes 2 days. It's a ton of holidays around there. Jewish holidays. So you pay. They typed in. I don't think they're going to be able to do that this year, because right now in Israel, you can have like 10 people in a building or in a room. I'm not sure. And there's normally the minyan, the prayer group I used to run within my synagogue. We had 100 people, and we were in the smallest room. We were in a teeny tiny room. So I don't know what's going on. So consequently, I don't know what's going to happen with the membership drives. I think we're probably looking at every synagogue in Israel having to declare, every private synagogue, which is most of them are, closed down in Israel, because there's just not enough to support them. But again, I guess like religious Jews across Israel are looking to the social distancing guidelines, which don't look like they're getting any better to me. I mean, all our cases have really dropped. Don't look like they're getting any better to me, especially not in like a month and a half time. Same with TV production. I just don't see them being able to like really start filming until January, February at the earliest, at the absolute earliest. So I doubt they're going to be able to get anything on screen in 2021. So Parade 2023, which is great for me, because as I said, this is an ongoing theme of this video. I don't really like the new era. I'm not really a fan of it, but of course, if you are, God bless you, very happy for you. I actually really am. I'm not pissing around. I really am. I'm really genuinely happy for you that you like it. My name is Sheila Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.